Great job,
Hector,
man. Thanks for pushing me.
prior to this event, what was the longest race you had ever
100
participated in?
miles. Yeah, I did 100 miles in your guys' virtual strong race, third place male. Was my biggest race, and I hit a 90-miler here in San Diego, a 24-hour in February. So this, I gave it 1,000% times 2.
We could tell for sure.
Yeah, I never hit levers that I pushed. I never ran as fast as I did. Jake was freaking incredible pushing me. I was bobbing my head, fighting pain. I was miserable so many miles, and I was just fighting. I was hurting bad. I don't know if you guys saw, but every mile that I couldn't go to the bathroom, I was getting them working on my legs. Yeah, and then my calves felt like they wanted to blow up. So I was fighting, trying to stay calm, cool, collected. I knew when I started at the end not having a lot of breaks, I knew it was going to be tough. So I was trying to kind of make sure I was hitting like 0.7 in the miles, like, you know, if I was at 3 miles, kind of 0.21, so I was trying to hit that 14 minute mile, and then kind of rest a minute and see how long I could do that. But I couldn't get it going anymore. I was just done. I just like I said, I never went this hard.
You maintained a fantastic pace for an extremely long time. I mean, well into the hundreds of mile, well beyond the 100-mile mark. You were still putting out 10, 30, 11-minute miles with consistency.
It was 100,000% because of everybody on Instagram. Family was like screenshotting different Google snips. I wasn't seeing the Google or the YouTube, YouTube messages, but like people were sending it to me, and when I was getting time to breaks, man, that was so much fuel. It was epic. Like it literally just triggered levers that I never knew possible in me. I was running hard. You guys saw me bobbing my head. I was just in another world, literally. I was just letting the music go, focusing on that, letting it get off of the pain, and then the messages from everybody across the world, everybody in San Diego, my crew in Japan, the trail groups, Kainga Gym, everybody I shout out in that 100-mile, man. I love you guys. Epic.
You got a bright future in the sport, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
I'll be back. No doubt about that.
What were you thinking about when it became a heads-up situation with you and Jake? How far did you think it was going to go at that point?
It depends when. When we were going back and forth, and I was hitting those, you know, I think I was hitting like 9:30 to 11-minute miles. I was feeling pretty good, and I was feeling like I was having a good enough break. Like I said, my baseline in my mind was doing your guys' that 24-hour race, and or a 100-mile race, and I did that in under 20 hours. So in my head, I was like, oh man, these breaks are fantastic. You know, this is great. So I was feeling real strong that we could go all day. But it just, I don't know why in my head, like my brain is a little mushy, but I don't know if it was mile 105 or maybe it was later, but the pain started coming, and then I knew it was going to start to be more of a struggle. And I was watching them, and I was kind of hoping that he would start to kind of gas out with going so fast, and then I was going to start trying to go like, 11, 12-minute miles, kind of take it nice and easy. You guys saw me walking towards the end, change up the dynamic a little bit, and see if, he was going to start to break with his speed, which, I think I got him a couple miles, but he was pretty much, 99% of the miles he was flying. So, that was kind of my thoughts when I was watching him, but epic performance.
Yeah, I was definitely getting frustrated when you were coming in like nice and smooth every single time. It was like, I didn't know what to think. It was like, this thing's going to go on forever. So kudos.
Well, it darn near did.
Yeah, there was definitely a time where I was feeling so good early that I felt we were in for the long haul. I think you made a comment at the 100-mile mark, like we're going 200, or I think it was in
halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there, and I was like, "Let's go, baby!"
Right on.
So I loved it, man. That was awesome.
Cool.
One thing I want to say, I didn't say it earlier, but I heard you guys shouting out my crew. I appreciate that. My crew was epic. I had buddies coming and going, sleeping on different shifts, the fam, my daughters, nieces, coming with signs. So I appreciate you guys shouting them out. Definitely couldn't have done it without them. So I think my crew was epic for sure.
I missed it, but tell us about that treadmill swap.
I'm trying to. I think we had 2, right?
Yeah.
So I think what happened was right here. I think we blew the fuse, and I had so many just different random things, like my computer turned off, my speaker volume went out, my treadmill broke over there, like it started to warp.
Everything.
So on the new treadmill, it just spazzed out, and thankfully there was a period before that where I was alone. But thankfully my brother had just showed up, and so I was like, bro, this just spazzed out. I went, told you guys, the crew, or the race representative, and then I booked it. And then he realized it was just the plug. So then he moved cords around. Well, I think he started trying to move it to use it. And then he realized that it was the plug. So then he moved it out, because we were going to go back and I was just going to run on the warped one until I busted it like completely. And then, probably hit the street. So what was really cool was, more backstory was, I can't remember what time he initially came. But I was starting to feel the warp in the treadmill, and he texted me, and he was like, "Yo, you want me to bring my treadmill?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm fine. I'm running." I was running kind of on the back of it. I'm like, "I'm good," because I didn't know if who he was gonna lift the treadmill in the truck. And then I think psychologically, it was like feeling like it was getting worse, real or not, I don't know. So then I hit him up, and I'm like, "If you can bring that treadmill, do it." So. We ended up busting the treadmill, so it was huge that he brought that treadmill out. So, yeah, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for him and for my sister, my wife, everybody. So.
How many miles did you end up running inside?
Huh?
How many miles did you end up running inside?
How many miles did I run inside?
Outside.
Oh, I think 2.
2?
Is that right? Maybe you guys were tracking better.
It seems about right.
Maybe 2, no more than 3, I don't think. And it was just like, I think when you guys went offline at the 24-hour mark, I think I ran outside for some reason. I can't remember. I think I ran outside twice though. I think my watch was tripping, or I don't know. Yeah, I think my watch. Yeah, so that was another thing. So my Garmin stopped working with the sensor completely, and then I would try to discard, and then it would just spin nonstop. Then we reset it, and then I would try to just practice go, I don't know, just test it, go a couple steps, and then save it, and then it would just spin. And it stopped recording. So all I was using my watch for at some point in the race was for my heart rate. It stopped, it seemed like everything else worked, and it was even catching my pace, but it wasn't giving me credit for the mileage. That was kind of annoying too. Hence why you guys started seeing me take pictures of the treadmill. I probably got I don't know how many of those. I definitely want to do one of these in person, but I do another one virtually. I don't know. I encourage people to go into that pain cave and sit in there. What's that?
You inspired us.
Yeah. It's I think it's so awesome when you just push your limits and realize that you think your ceiling is here and you got so much more. Like what I'm sure you heard in Goggins' book. I'm a big believer in that. Get uncomfortable, get nasty, get in pain, and get comfortable there. So 1,000%, you'll see me in more painful, uncomfortable situations, and I'll keep trying to just get comfortable in them. Thank you guys being up all night with us. I thought that was freaking awesome. You guys, I was listening, I had the music bumping, but I could also kind of hear you guys, so that was a lot of fun. You guys would distract my brain a little bit. It was fun hearing you guys. And then I started getting blasted with messages, and I was hurting too bad to keep responding. In the beginning, I was feeling good, and I was able to post messages, put likes, all that kind of stuff. So I'll get to everybody. You message me, I'll message you back. Give me some time. Appreciate the love. You guys are all amazing.
Got one last thing to ask of you, Hector, and this is something that is going to appease a lot of people that ask a lot of questions over the race. You're going to need to post some semblance of a list of your playlists, because everybody kept asking all race long, what is he listening to that's keeping him going?
Man, so the number one thing that you guys said we ran for 37 hours, or I ran for 37 hours? I got it lost. I would say probably 20 of those hours was this 2-hour set of vintage culture. I think Beck, the beer, sponsored him. There's this song called Cali Dreams. Every time that song came on and I was hurting, snapped me out. And if you see me bobbing my head like crazy, throwing my arms in the air, it was that song was giving me energy. I had other ones spinning, but something about that playlist was just, or the set, was just giving me a ton of energy. And the whole time, the whole 37 hours, it was nothing but house music. No books, no podcasts, no TV other than on the floor here. I got you guys here. No movies, no audiobooks. It was nonstop house music. It was Spin Class City. So vintage culture, Beck's beer, some kind of collab. It's a 2-hour set. I found it on SoundCloud. That's what I was getting down to. That's enough of me. I think we need to talk to Jake, because he is effing epic. I love you, bro. Hell of a battle.
Thank you guys, everyone. I don't know if we have any other questions for these guys, but again, congratulations, and to everyone who participated and joined in. This was our first time doing something like this. So if you guys are tuning in out there, if you liked what you saw, we hope to do more. Jubilee, do you have any other words?
I'm absolutely astonished by this entire event and the level of athleticism, of motivation that you guys brought to to everyone here watching. Hector, absolutely inspiring run. Your crew is absolutely like rock star status. So thank you so much for really pushing everybody. And Jake, absolutely just an incredible performance. If you guys take a look at live.aravaiparunning.com, you can see all of those split times. And this man never really wavered, besides throwing down a couple really fast laps, but really consistent and really, really impressive.
I also want to thank all of our commentators, Chris Warden especially, for keeping this, tying it all together and giving myself and Jubilee a break. For Noah, for Skylar, for Trent, for Jem after running, staying on. Thank you guys all for making this experience interactive for the people viewing. If you guys will have anything else to add before we close it out, feel free to jump in.
Just thank you also to every single runner who participated in this event. It was just really, really fun to watch this kind of evolve over several days, 2 days, whatever, it's fine. And to everyone who's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your comments and for just kind of keeping me and, all of the commentators here entertained with all of your questions. It's been really, really fun. So thank you.
Congrats, guys. I look forward to meeting you in person at a real event one day, and a real in-person event, and maybe running far behind you while I wave to your in your dust. But congrats to both of you. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, just quickly, just a shout out to the final two guys, Hector and Jake. Like, honestly, guys, like, you inspire us, man. Like, you inspire us. Like, I want to instantly sign up for another one of these and go the distance. Like, it didn't happen for me in this race. But yeah, like, watching you guys, and yeah, I mean, we were literally on the edge of our seats, and we were smiling because our hearts were so happy just watching you guys crush it. And we were with you, and there was like this real family kind of community thing behind this. And and even Jamil put, like, run for ribs, one more for ribs. That's in our thoughts and our minds at the moment, and in our hearts. But to three people, Chris, Jubes, and Jamil, like, and the whole Aravaipa, we do love this community that you've created. And even for me, like, being all the way in Australia and not having physically done one of your events, like, quarantine sort of provided me opportunities to do the 100-miler for Aravaipa Strong and this now. And, you guys have done incredible to bring the community together and, like, putting on some incredible virtual events. And this one's gone off without a hitch, really well organised and just like the rest. So, I mean, long may it continue, So thank you, guys. And, just super, super, super proud to be a part of this community.
All right. I guess with that, we're going to close it out for the first ever Lone Mountain, and we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Congrats, guys.